Welcome back. Today we are diving deep, really deep into Eastern philosophy. We're pulling some profound insights from Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching.
And our focus is pretty radical, actually. We're exploring how real, lasting success might not come from fighting or control, but from finding harmony.
Right? It challenges that whole hustle culture idea, the constant struggle we're told is necessary.
Exactly. So the big question we're tackling is, how does this strength of letting go, this concept of Wu Wei, actually lead to genuine achievement?
And we found this quote that just perfectly sums up the paradox, doesn't it? The best fighter is never angry. Okay, let's get into that.
That line, it sounds simple, maybe like something you'd see on a poster, but it's much deeper. It's really a core teaching about efficiency and sustainability in any effort.
So not just about keeping your temper in a literal fight,
Not at all. The truly effective fighter, in any context, operates from strategy, from a place of calm assessment, not just raw reactive aggression.
which implies that the moment emotion takes over anger, sure, but maybe also intense anxiety, that feeling of panic.
You lose your edge. Acting from that place, you burn so much energy just reacting, flailing almost. And that's when poor decisions happen. Sloppy ones.
Because anger or anxiety, it narrows your vision.
Right.
You only see the immediate threat, the thing causing the emotion.
Precisely. You lose sight of the wider field, the other options, the long-term consequences. True success, strategic success, needs that calm foresight.
So the alternative path, whether we're talking about work or personal goals or anything really, it starts with inner stillness.
It requires a conscious response, not just an aggressive reaction driven by impulse or what's happening externally.
According to the Tao Te Ching then, real power comes from reducing that internal friction.
That's the idea. When you're internally calm, your mind is clear. You can read the situation better, sense the flow of things, and act with precision. Minimal effort, maximum impact.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. We move from that fighter paradox to the principle behind it.
Wu Wei.
Wu Wei.
Often translated as non-action or effortless action.
Which sounds, well, it sounds passive, doesn't it? Like doing nothing.
And that's the common misunderstanding. It's absolutely not about laziness or passivity. Wu Wei is action that's perfectly aligned with the natural unfolding of events.
So you're still acting, still putting in effort, but without that sense of struggle, that internal resistance.
Exactly. You're working with the current, not fighting against it constantly.
But everything today tells us to push harder, control variables, micromanage outcomes. How do we reconcile that? If we stop trying to dictate everything, isn't that just giving up control?
It feels like giving up control, but Wu Wei suggests it's about finding a different kind of control, or maybe influence is a better word. It's about fluidity, not force.
Like the classic water analogy.
Right. Water is soft, yielding, yet it carves canyons.
Mm.
It doesn't fight the mountain. It finds the path of least resistance. It conforms, adapts, and ultimately gets where it's going.
So we're still moving, still acting, like water flowing downhill. But we're avoiding trying to force our way uphill or through solid rock when there's an easier path around.
That's it. Achieving Wu Wei means consciously practicing letting go. Letting go of that constant, exhausting need to control every single detail, every outcome.
You accept the natural flow, you observe, and you act decisively when the moment is right, using minimal force.
Yes, minimal friction. It means Wu Wei isn't inaction at all. It's potentially the most powerful form of action because it comes from a place of inner calm and clarity.
So you see opportunities others might miss because they're too busy fighting fires or trying to force things.
Think about steering a sailboat versus driving a speedboat. The speedboat uses brute force, burns a lot of fuel, creates a huge wake, constantly fighting the water.
Right, lots of effort, lots of control needed.
The sailboat, though, aligns itself with the wind and the water. It uses the natural forces. It glides. Both move forward, but one struggles, the other harmonizes.
And when we try to apply that speedboat mentality everywhere, relationships, careers, creative work,
That's often where burnout comes from. It's like a signal that we're generating too much friction, fighting the natural flow of things instead of working with it.
this really brings us to the practical application for you, listening. Many people hit a point, maybe mid-career, maybe after 30, where that constant aggressive push just isn't sustainable anymore. They look for a different way.
And this philosophy speaks directly to that feeling. It suggests that lasting motivation, sustainable energy, doesn't come from just chasing harder.
It comes from cultivating inner peace. That peace becomes the fuel source, in a way.
It sustains the effort, yes. It's interesting how relevant this ancient idea is for, say, modern leadership, too.
How so?
Well, effective leaders often learn that micromanaging, trying to control everything, is less effective than stepping back, trusting the team, and aligning goals with the bigger picture, with market realities, perhaps. That's a form of Wu Wei.
So if we boil this down to one practical step someone could take, what would it be? It sounds simple, but maybe isn't easy.
It's about learning to pause, to resist the immediate impulse to jump in and fix everything, control everything. Just stop, breathe, observe.
Let things unfold a bit more naturally before reacting.
That pause is the stillness we talked about with the fighter. It allows for that conscious response rather than a knee-jerk emotional reaction. You see the situation clearly, align yourself, and then act, choosing the path of least resistance for the most effective outcome.
So cultivating that internal calm becomes the secret sauce for lasting motivation and success without the constant burnout.
That's the promise. Success achieved gently, effectively, without that draining sense of constant struggle.
We should acknowledge, though, it's tough. Our world often rewards visible effort, metrics, that aggressive stance.
It is tough. Practicing Wu Wei requires a daily commitment. It means letting go of the ego's need to feel like it forced the win, you know?
Right. So wrapping up this deep dive, we've gone from that surprising quote about the non-angry fighter all the way to Wu Wei, this core Taoist idea of letting go as the path to, well, effortless success.
And the key takeaway is pretty clear. Lasting achievement isn't about dominating the external world through force. It's about mastering your internal state, finding stillness, and then harmonizing your actions with the world around you.
So we'll leave you with this thought to carry forward.
Mm.
If letting go, if Wu Wei
hmm
really is the greatest strength, the most effective path, what's one specific struggle, one area where you feel that constant need for control that you could consciously choose to release just a little starting today? What might happen if you found a gentler way?